eager to have grandchildren, elderly couple actually spiked the CEO and his wife's drinks. It wasn't until the next day when the CEO woke up and saw the glasses that he realized it was his grandparents doing. As he carefully observed the woman's beautiful face, the assistant suddenly reported that the company had been hacked and urgently needed the CEO to take charge of the situation. Reluctantly, the CEO had to leave first. He planned to take responsibility for the woman once he returned, but he never expected that this departure would last 5 whole years. 5 years later, the CEO and the woman's child had grown up, but the mischievous child, having never met his father, started putting up ads everywhere offering a reward for finding his dad. Surprisingly, someone actually responded to the boy's ad. However, this chubby man was brimming with confidence, saying that he could be the boy's father. But the boy's mother would have to deposit $10,000 into his account every month and transfer the ownership of the car and house to him as well. Yet the chubby man didn't think his demands were unreasonable at all. He even felt that the boy had found a father, and the mother had gained a husband. This was a win-win deal for the boy. But the boy didn't hesitate to cross out the chubby man's profile. The chubby man still didn't understand why the boy rejected him, until he heard the boy call him a greasy and basic guy. Then he finally couldn't sit still. He then tried to lay a hand on the boy, but unexpectedly the boy kicked him into the air with a flying kick. Hearing the onlookers' laughter made the chubby man even angrier, so he rushed toward the boy again, but this time he was kicked even harder by the boy's invisible kick. It turns out the boy was a red belt in Taekwondo, but the chubby man, lacking sportsmanship, pulled out a 3-centimeter toy knife. The boy wisely turned around and ran, but in the next second, he ran straight into the CEO. Before the boy could react, the chubby man had already caught up. The chubby man raised his hand, ready to hit the boy, but the CEO unexpectedly subdued the chubby man with a single takedown move. The chubby man still wanted to play the victim, but the next second, the CEO ordered someone to throw the chubby man out. At this moment, the boy admired the CEO even more. He even wanted to acknowledge the CEO as his father on the spot. The CEO just gave an awkward smile. After all, he had promised to take responsibility for the woman from 5 years ago. So how could he become the boy's father now? With that, he ordered his men to take care of the boy and left. At this point, the boy's mother finally found him. Even though the boy was sharing the joy of almost finding his dad, the woman didn't care at all about finding a husband. With that, she pulled out a job interview slip. As long as she passed the interview, she could give her son a happy life on her own. It wasn't until her son reminded her that she was about to be late for the interview that she realized it. She quickly told her son not to wander off and then hurried to the interview location. However, on the way, she accidentally bumped into the CEO from earlier. At the moment of impact, the CEO gallantly held the woman by the waist, taking the brunt of the force to prevent her from getting hurt. But this also caused the CEO to injure his own waist. Embarrassed, the woman wrote down her phone number, saying she would take him to get his back checked after the interview. Without waiting for the CEO's response, she hurriedly left. But when she arrived at the interview location, she found that the CEO she had just bumped into was her interviewer.